I can't get my forehead in the shot. If I tilt it upwards. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start. I don't know what's going on with the sound. Hopefully this is the last one where the sound is questionable, because after this I'm gonna get a new microphone and I'm gonna trade in my previous one. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Like my love life, we keep it moving out here. It wasn't so windy earlier, and now it's very windy. Today's episode is about making side coins and my remote working goals for 2021. So obviously at the moment I'm on furlough, and I'm able to, the weather is so amazing today, and I'm able to be outside, be in the sun, and it's really special. But once work starts, I will have to be on someone else's clock. Now the thing is, it's not that I don't love working. I love working really hard, but I want to be able to be in the outdoors and experience the weather and experience the seasons on my, when they happen, and not be trapped indoors. I want to have that life. That's my goal, to have at least a remote working job that can replace my salary, and coins that can give me that life balance and that lifestyle. The way this thought process started was like after several days of feeling stagnant, like the night before last, I decided not to join in some friends' evening because I was like, one, I'm not really comfortable. Two, this doesn't giving me value in terms of, I don't personally believe like taking substances is a good thing for you, and being around that, it's like I want to surround myself with people that inspire me and enrich me and help me achieve bigger and better things, and I didn't feel like I was going to get that evening. And so at 9 p.m. I retired to bed, and I remember just sitting there and feeling so, I live alone, so I felt super lonely, and I didn't feel like doing anything, and I was like, I don't feel like reading a book, I don't want to watch a YouTube, I don't want to do yoga, I don't want to do anything. And so I was like, right, I guess I'll put myself to bed. So I did. I woke up, and that morning Eva Kotowski is a YouTuber. She is like a little boss. So she has her YouTube, she sells her presets, she knows what she's doing, she's young, she's entrepreneurial, she's super innovative. Oh, there's definitely sand in there. Anyway, she normally does like travel vlogs about beauty and fashion, but this particular vlog was about making coin as a teenager and being able to make coin on the side. When I mean coin, I mean like an income. So it just, she kind of broke it down and made it super simple, and it just like suddenly woke me up from the sleep that I was in for the past how many days, I don't recall. And I felt super inspired and got my marbles spinning. So at the present moment, now I never ever thought I would be able to make, how people say make money while you sleep. Like, I understand, like I'm not making millions, I'm not making enough to pay my rent, I'm not making a huge abundance of money that's going to pay my rent and my lifestyle or whatever. But what it is money that's being made without me trying. I think what they call it is passive income. So at the moment, I'm making money through my podcast. So Anchor is the host of my podcast, and every podcast that's listened to, there's a little bit of money that comes in through the ads. So that, every so often I'll check it. Like I remember when, like the first time I ever made 0.28 cents, I was like, oh my God, I was sleeping and I made 20 cents. This is crazy. I mean, that felt super special to me. Super, super special. So yeah, I have Anchor. And then I also signed up for Amazon's affiliate marketing. So that is basically, it's like an affiliate marketing program. And if people click on your link, so every time I make a podcast or YouTube, I have a link to, that will give you the resource of where to find something. So for example, like whatever, like my electronics or my tea or whatever is that I want to give you the link for, it's in the description. It's not any additional cost to the person buying it, but it does mean that I get like a commission from it. So I do make a tiny bit from there. Funny enough, now crest whitening strips is my ride or die. It's how I get my teeth. It's the best, was it 54 or 64 pounds I've ever spent in my life, to be honest. Like, I love how white my teeth are, and it makes me very happy. And I always recommend it to, like, I've sold so many to people, and then one fine day I was sent a link, a referral link, and I gave that to my friends, and then the next thing I knew, I had money coming in from that referral link. So that was crazy. So that is also by chance. I was given that link, and you know, I appreciate it. And then we have like online secondhand stuff. Like, I'm a minimalist, so I don't like to have a lot of things. So I like to sell books. I've actually on Spock, I sold 3 beds, a rug, a Moroccan rug, a Moroccan Berber rug. It was massive. It was 244 by 305. On Depop, I've sold books. On eBay, I sold I can't remember what the brand was, but it was a really good brand. It was a designer jumpsuit my sister found in a charity shop for a really small amount of money, and then I made a profit on that by selling it on eBay, which was crazy. It was a very, very good condition. So those are also the alternative sources of income that I have. Like, if I put things up, you know, I have a ton more stuff to put on there, but I get kind of impatient, and I'm just like, okay, just give it to the charity shop, and that's, you know, my part in charity, just giving my things away. And it gives me peace of mind to have less stuff. And then there is Bidvine. So Bidvine was a website that I made maybe 2 years ago. Completely forgot about me putting up my yoga instructor page, and then I was contacted by an individual, and they were like, oh hey, could I have some classes? And I was like, sure. So that's been like a steady source of income through Bidvine. So that's lovely. Now here is my plan, which was definitely inspired by Eva Kotowski. I will link her in the link below. I'll also link all my eBay, my Spock, so this is the next one that I'm going to link, and I'm quite excited about it because I don't know, I really like it. So it's called Amazon Storefront. So I already have an Amazon affiliate marketing. So what this is that basically it's kind of like you make a little page on Amazon, and you have, for example, beauty, lifestyle, electronics, whatever else, each individual category, and then you can list all the items that you want. So it's kind of like people shop your store. So this would be my own individual store. And so, for example, I'd put my podcast equipment, I'd put my bike, you know, I need to do a podcast on my bike. My baby, Billy Brompton is his name. All my bike equipment, I'll put it in a separate thing. But yeah, so that is the next thing I'm going to do, is make an Amazon storefront. So I'm going to make it like a cool little page, and whoever shops the links, I get a commission, and they get to buy whatever it is that I'm linking, or like I give you a resource of like cool stuff that I find that you want maybe. The next one is, I already have this, but I need to perfect it. And there's a few different pages that it's similar to Bidvine, but it's Fiverr and Upwork. And these 2 pages are for freelancers. So basically I'm going to put up my interior design skills, and in that I'm going to be able to do, you know, I can do room planning for people, I can do floor plans, mood boards, and then now I have YouTube editing skill, which is crazy. So I'll put YouTube editing, I'll put thumbnail making, because I have my graphic design background, which I'm just kind of creating. I think I have a good eye. I think they're not very sharp, as in like I don't have like the best eyesight, but I have a good artistic brain, I believe. And I can also build websites. I built my own, actually. I'll link that down below. Oh no, my trousers. And what else do we have? Proofreading. So, you know, I'm not like a mathematician. I have skills that other people don't have, and other people have skills that I don't have. So I'm very good at linguistics and communication and writing, and so I'll put my proofreading skills on there as well. The next one is to sell stock photos. Now I love taking now I have to look into this to see if my photos are actually at the quality that's required, but I love taking beautiful photos of nature, of leaves, I don't know. So maybe there's someone who wants to have a picture of a leaf or a woman standing, am I a woman? A lady standing in the middle of a flower field. They can buy that from me because I have those photos, and I will happily, you can buy them from me. I'm gonna do about selling my stock photos. Next one is, now I kind of dabbled in this a while back. Not doubled, I looked into it and then ignored it, and my attention went elsewhere, probably towards podcasting. It is called dropshipping. So dropshipping, it's basically you create a website, right? You create and curate a visual and a feeling. So for example, I would want to create a website that sells stuff, for example, like crystals, yoga mats, minimalist interiors, like that are wooden, natural, sustainable, for example. When someone goes on a website, you see the lifestyle and the visual of how to put things together. But the thing with dropshipping is that I don't need to purchase that item. I don't need to purchase the stock. Hey bird, what are you? You're not a crow. You got a tiny little head. I don't need to purchase the stock, because instead, for example, I would then link the item that I want to place in my store straight from Alibaba. So I'm actually the middle person. I'm the middle woman. So I have this page, they purchase it, comes from Alibaba warehouse, and I'm the middle person. I get the commission. Boom. Interesting. So I want to revisit this and see what I can make of it. It sounds very interesting because it's part of my vision and my visual that I want. Like, my grand vision for myself is to have an interior design studio creating sustainable minimalist interiors, and I would also love to have a lifestyle store that has home decor, fashion, candles, for example. I'm going to create a candle. Oh my god, he's so cute. Do you want to come here? I wish I had M&M's to give you, but I ate them all. He's got his own little berry. Hey, do you want to come here? You? What are you? Another one of my vision is that I have a love for scents. Now, my eyes aren't the best in the world. They look lovely, and I'm very grateful for that. I can see the world, but not as sharp as I think some other people see them. But it doesn't bother me, because what you don't know, you don't miss. So, anyways, my nose is very sharp, and I have a very good sense of smell, and I have this love for creating a perfume. So I want to create one perfume and one candle, and I'm going to do this with my brother David, who lives in Morocco. And yeah, I want to sell a candle in my store at some point. I want to create this candle, and it's in the thoughts in the process is in here and happening. I'm going to Morocco in May for Eid, for the end of Eid, and then for the end of Ramadan and then Eid. So that's really exciting, and we're going to do some sourcing. I've written out kind of what I want the labeling to look like, what the kind of scents that I want in this candle, but I'm not a scent connoisseur. I don't know what I'm doing, so it's just a matter of putting these together and see if they work. Then the next one, which was introduced to me by this lady called Tatiana James. I wasn't really into any of her other ideas, but I particularly liked this one, mainly because I have the skill set of, obviously, the visual aspect of things, and then I also have, kind of what my podcast is, like a self-help type of journey about being real, raw, and real. Like, the main goal for me on this journey is to be a good human being, and because that's, I think, what's important, to be kind, respectful, and a good human being, but within that, to have the framework and the boundaries to be able to be assertive, to protect yourself from the world, just because you believe, like I'm saying this to myself mostly, that just because you want to believe that everybody's good doesn't mean everyone is, and so therefore you need to have in place a framework to protect yourself and to be aware of this, so that you can continue on your journey of choosing the right path. It doesn't always have to be easy, but to be a good, kind person in the midst of chaos and evil. So Tatiana James introduced me to the idea of book publishing on Amazon. So she said something along the lines of, so she introduced me to the idea of book publishing. So she was talking about hiring a ghostwriter. I wouldn't need to hire a ghostwriter, mainly because I have a skill set of being able to have good communication skills. I write very well, and I would be able to write my own book. So the book would be about, the book is going to be called The Good Girl's Guide to Being Bad. Now, if you take this name, that's fine, because there's many more ideas where it came from. So basically, you write this book and then you publish it on Amazon. So I haven't looked into it. She introduced the idea to me. I don't know much more about it, but I like that idea. I like the idea of having just a few little things to dabble in and creative pursuits that interest me. Like, these things interest me. Maybe at some point I'll be interested in cryptocurrency. At this point, I'm like, I couldn't care less. You made £4,000? Cool. Don't give a shit. I actually don't. I like the idea of £4,000, but I would rather make £4,000 from something that I really love doing, focus my energy on doing that, and being happy in doing that. But yeah, I think that is everything in terms of making side coins and remote working plans for 2021. And I believe that if I follow these creative pursuits, it will ultimately get me to the point of where I can, and interior design will always be my love. I love interior design, I adore it, and I'm quite good at it. But I believe that if I have, the abundance of finance, I can then have the opportunity to go in that space and to work with my brother and my family to create these sustainable, beautiful cabins that I so want to create in nature. Yeah, I believe that's the direction that I should go at this particular point of me hitting 30. I've been 30 now for how many days? Since last Saturday, and today is Monday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that's 8 days. I've been 30 for 8 days. I feel really good. And I'm going to talk about, I think, why I feel so good and why I feel like so at peace. And so the next episode is going to be about, I haven't refined the name yet, but something along the lines of dating up until my age of 30. Not that I date, but like when you meet people and create connections. Dating is an overestimation of what it's actually been. Actually, if dating is supposed to be like, you meet someone, they court you, you court them, and you have a long time of getting to know each other, that's not what I've had. But yeah, so we'll talk about the next one. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope the sound is okay, and I'm going to get a new microphone, so bear with me, and I hope the content is good enough to keep you around. I'm not really good at this, but I think they call it a call to action, just to remind you that I do appreciate a like. It helps the morale, the team morale. Team of one, subscribe if you, I guess, like my stuff. I subscribe to people that I love and that add value to me, and if you feel that way, then I guess you would have subscribed by now. But anyway, just a reminder to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. It's so beautiful. Oops. Why am I in the center? Can camera, man. It's gonna have to be off center. The older I get, the sillier I eat. Like, I just want Ribena for some odd reason. Oh!